Welcome to this first tutorial on how to make Dubstep / Tearout. I'm gonna upload this unedited just so you kind of see my process. I hope it maybe helps you. Usually watching these helps me inspire other people, but without further ado, let's get right into it. So beginning, we want to set the BPM to 150. That's usually where I want to start. I usually start with my drop section, and I usually start that on the 33. I feel like that gives enough time for the intro to kind of, have like a nice conclusion. You don't go right into build up, stuff like that. But with that said, like let's get Serum started. I could, you could definitely do this with Vital or something else, but I just like Serum. We're gonna do a half bar in D3 legato, just so that's gonna be the screech. Then I will mark the section that is just like drop. By the way, I'm hitting Command Shift M to make these the MIDI clips. And then we're gonna go into my drums folder. These are cymatic drums. I don't know if you can hear these. Let's get one without resonance, or without tail, sorry. These all kinda suck, don't they? I like that. Okay, let's get started with this one then. We're gonna go into the normal, like, 1 kick, 3 snare type dubstep. You can easily just duplicate these, make sure that they're chilling. Okay, I want to have that back on 0 dB. Now we're gonna get an EQ8. If you want to tune your kicks, you don't have to. Oops, forgot about that. This is looking like what's that? Like a 270. Like, C. Okay. Yeah, we'll not tune these. Okay, fuck it. Let's Control Z that. Kind of put that back here. You can definitely use the Cashmere Essentials kick thingy to make them a little more punchy. I usually just add a little bit of transients to make them punchier. A little bit of tape saturation, get some pressure in it. Comp, that's pretty good. That's how you make your kicks sound like you. I like mine to be very heavy and punchy. So that's what we did here. We can loop this section, Control L when you mark it. Then we get snares. Do we go with like a normal? That's kind of cool. I have one snare. Like my go-to snare is this. I like this sort of like resonancy pan snare thingy. We'll just copy that over and let's take a listen. Pretty, ultra standard like beat. Let's group these. Let's put a drum bus on it, give it some more kick, or well, not some more kick, but some more like punchiness. That's a little much. The snare is a little too loud for me, so we can actually, I'll turn it down with utility. Let's be civil here. Because like if you turn it down on the side, I usually like on the right hand side, that's usually what I say for like automations and stuff, because that makes it a little simpler. Okay, we're going a little hard here. Let's put that on like 70. I like that. Then we can get a hat. Then we're almost done with our loop. And that, what? Sounds good immediately. Actually, whoop, come on. We shall quickly consolidate. Then we can push it together while holding shift when you drag the end or front of a clip. You can kind of time shift them. I'm usually in complex, like the complex warp mode. and doing it that way like won't fuck it up too much, won't make it sound weird. Cool, let's listen. Okay, just to wrap up the melody, let's go. That sounds nice, cool, nice 4-bar segment right here. You can use this, loop it, change it, whatever you want. Actually, I will quickly add one crash to like the... I hate finding crashes, dude, they all sound shit. Oh, except you. You sound nice. I'm gonna add that to like every... on every like snare and like on the 1 and the 3, if you know what that means. Basically just whenever there's a kick and the snare, turn it down a little bit. We can pan it to the right or something so it sounds a bit more spacious. I just realized I have my headphones the wrong way around. Alright, let's see. This is much better. I don't know if it is, but actually, you know. Okay, cool. I'm gonna drag you in here too. Oi, oi, oi. Okay, maybe it's a little much, huh? Let's go soft. Let's group the hats, turn them down a tiny bit. Especially, actually, this one is pretty loud. Like the hats are mainly just there for accents, so it doesn't sound too empty. What I usually like to do is frequency shift them until it matches what I will have later. Actually, for now, we just leave it. Okay, close this group. Let's get working on the basses. Okay, so this is ultra stinky normal sine wave, but we want a growl. So how do we do that? We draw a shape like this. We hit envelope, we turn the rate down a little bit. If it's at half note, that sounds pretty good. Let's turn this. Because like I write all my stuff in D3, I usually turn it down in Serum. I find it kind of gives me a nicer range because like you can go up 4 or down 4 in Serum. Usually the -4 and +4, like you will not be able to hear that even, or like barely, you know, it's either ultra high or ultra low. Usually the waves start clipping and stupid stuff like that. But before any further ado, yeah, so just, you know, if you write in D3, make sure it's like -3 or something. Make it sound nice and deep. Let's grab one whatever. That already sounds pretty gnarly. Quickly select this to loop it. Okay. Damn. Okay, so this sounds pretty great without EQing even. EQing, what am I saying? Not EQing. Without FMing from B, which is what we're gonna do next, because that usually gives some pretty sick results. Oh, we gotta turn these down, obviously. If you FM from B, usually you want the level of the other one to be completely down to 0, so you can't hear it, but it still messes with the wavetable of the left side. But it still sounds too high for me. We can buff it up by putting some hyperdimension on it. Usually I start by cranking it up all the way and just, you know, seeing that's a little too aggressive. Kind of like this. Here's some secret sauce that, I don't know, I haven't seen many people do. If you take the linear fold or the sine fold and turn it way down so you see like a couple peaks here, it sounds ultra massive usually. Like it's adding just the right amount of distortion. We can turn the threshold down a bit. Boost the mids, boost the highs. We're probably gonna add an EQ and then a sub underneath it because I have like a Tearout sub that makes it sound super fucking crazy. But let's play with some filters here. Chromes is, you know, standard. Cool. So we have that. That sounds pretty good. You can still add a second comb, and with Serum effects you can add as many as you'd like theoretically, but we're not gonna do that. Okay, cool. I don't like that. You can always play with the voices. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of voiced, like I like the main screen, like main drop growl to be like very centered. Okay, anyways, so now we have this, we can add some OTT on it again, as our god virtual riot intended. We're still not peaking, which is pretty impressive. If you turn the time up on OTT, it's gonna make sure that you don't get weird like OTT artifacts, basically. I don't know if the original OTT has that, but regardless, that's a small tip for you. Let's record this. Okay, so that was just with resample, and now we can cut this part, delete the other stuff, just start using this. I like working with audio samples. I know a lot of people don't. I know a lot of people who work with audio exclusively, looking at you, FL gang. But yeah, you know, it's cool. You can make like these crossfade-y thingies, whatever, draw a cool pattern. I like to see stuff. We're visual creatures, I think, at least. So, you know, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Then we can make it stutter a little bit here. Draw that out a tiny bit. Bang, bang. Repeat, and should we do some triplets? So if you didn't know, you can turn this into triplet grid by clicking Command 3 on Mac. I think it's probably Alt 3 on Windows or something. Regardless, pretty cool stuff. Turn the fade down, and then you have something like this. Then you can consolidate, and then wait. Oh, is this all? Jesus, my Mac is lagging. Yeah, you're gonna... okay, well... okay, maybe we should have turned it... Okay, yeah, that's the same volume. So we are gonna automate the transposition. Just because I think it'd be cool to have, like, before the next section, have like a... Okay, drag this onto the last one. That sounds pretty sick, right? Like, let's listen with the stuff, with the drums. This one's off here. I don't know what I did there. But yeah, I think this is already a pretty like bouncy rhythm. Yeah, that's pretty sick already. Honestly, at least I think. If you want to be very professional, you're gonna draw this pattern out into the MIDI clip here that we're going to use for the sub bass. I am not professional. We are going to consolidate, copy, Control Z, paste the consolidated thing here and drag it into the MIDI clip, which will then Ta-da! Cool, and then we delete whatever looks like it would be, or like we keep the one that looks most similar to the audio clips, because then we can put Serum on here. Actually, I have a white bass preset. I might use that instead. Alright, let's see. Is it really wide though? It's taking a while. It's record, like my Mac recording and all this goodness going on is why it takes so long. Let's see, is this correct? That sounds good. It sounds like it's a bit, it's F, yeah, okay. So we gotta put it in. Let's look up, okay, first I kind of want to bring this up. If we're gonna randomize, we might as well randomize it like a tiny bit. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, that sounds pretty sick already. You can delete the old audio clip and let's see. Okay, that's pretty good, but we're gonna EQ this a little more because I don't like how much space it's taking up. EQ, put both of these on like this one, and then just push it. Yeah, I quite like that, to be honest. Maybe, okay, we're gonna drag out the notes a little bit, just cause I don't like that weird, like the uptick thingy. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm not a fan. I can hear it. And then we're gonna put, hey, yep, and put you over here and put you over here. This still probably has low end that we're gonna cut as well. See, if I didn't cut it, I don't even know if you can hear it. Like, you have to be listening on headphones probably. But you can, it muddles up like the low end of the Tearout bass, sub bass thingy, or the white bass, whatever it's called. That was my chair, by the way. I did not just fart. As funny as that would be. Okay, I like this frequency, so we're gonna boost it a little bit. Okay. And then we're gonna put a bit warmer saturator on it. It's still not clipping. That's incredible, honestly. We could also, if we feel like it, put the same sub bass on this growly thingy. Cool. So that's our first 4-bar section of this drop. In theory, you want like 16 or up to 32, like some Marauder songs are 32 bars long. I don't feel like doing that currently. We are just gonna copy and paste this over. Play with a... We could, honestly, just play with the growl sound here. So, sorry, I just copied it and deleted the clip on, like, one clip per lane, basically. You don't have to, but I tend to do it that way because it seems fastest and I don't want to automate a whole set of parameters that I don't have to. That sounds pretty good already. Let's see if my computer's gonna die. Then we copy this down here into the same audio track, copy these two thingies so it sounds the same, and then we can put a frequency shifter on it, which we all love doing. Maybe a little much. So that's pretty cool. I kind of do want to mess with the melody a little bit. Yeah, like make it stuttery or something, make it different to the first part, you know. This part needs to be switched up a little bit. Now we can drag this. Right, let's see. Clip. A clip. And then we do transposition, and then we do the same thing but downward. Let's see how that sounds. Or we can do it even more up, obviously. That sounds pretty sick. And with that being done, we have the final result, which sounds something like this. Very simple, very easy. This took me, I don't know, half an hour or something like that. So here we go. Actually, before I do that, let me quickly put a G clip on the master. I hope you guys can even hear this stuff. I never ended up checking. Simple soft clip. We can, yeah, let's put a glue compressor on it. -4 +5, something like that. Then attack 0.3, release automatic. I don't know what the ratio I should put. Like, I feel like with a harder ratio, it's gonna compress it a little bit more. Oh, and we also didn't sidechain all of this. So if you're feeling lazy, just sidechain that entire, or group the entire drop. I don't know if you want to sidechain the sub bass. I do it like 50-50. Then find the kick. Drag this down, drag this up, drag this down, drag this down. I don't know how much you like. A lot of people say just put on auto and hope for the best. I like a very short release just so the kick like powers through. You're gonna see it here on the graph. See, that's good enough for me already. It sounds pretty good in my opinion. So we can also put another EQ if you're like, I wouldn't recommend doing this. I didn't spend a lot of time on it because like even the slightest change affects so much of the final result. So just be careful. You might want to cut around 300 hertz as well, like a pretty steep cut here. Just kind of makes it sound more clear, you know. We don't have that many high pitch stuff, so we're actually lazy trick again. We can just look for a rain sample. If you guys don't have a rain sample, wait till it rains and record it, or look for it on YouTube, or you know, somewhere like a sample library or something. Let's grab a relatively simple part. Whoop. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Obviously you can cut the let's see. I don't know. We'll just keep it simple for now because it's pretty good. Let's see, Ozone, tell us how we're doing stereo image wise. Right, let's let it play through the 8-bar drop section thingy, whatever. Alright, so in the stereo thing you see there was not a lot in the middle line, which is usually you want a lot of like field and stuff like that, but the issue is if you don't see like that clear center line, you probably didn't mix in mono or didn't check your mix in mono. And you want to do that, you want to make your kick mono usually, and you'd want to make your sub bass mono, and you like some important sounds should be in mono because on a big speaker system you will not hear it like in a club and stuff, because left and right is not, you know, they usually don't have stereo image in clubs. So that's something you can work on. I'm not going to do it now. I might do a video on it at some point if anybody actually cares to watch this stuff. But regardless, I thank you for coming, and before my computer dies completely, as you saw in the it's loading so slowly, as you saw, my computer is struggling, so we're gonna call it a night there. And if you really like this, or if you even watch to this part, please like, subscribe, all that stupid shit that nobody ever does anyways, and comment on what I should do specifically. If you need help, let me know, dude. I literally just started this channel, so yeah, thanks for watching. Ciao.